Today on the channel, we got trouble through the door with the Tele-Viper and Trouble Bubble G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. And today, our latest Classified Series, a bit of a special one here, as we got the Tele-Viper and Cobra Flight Pod, aka the Trouble Bubble. But for all your trouble needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there, and they'll eventually probably have these maybe down the line, but right now these are shipping right from Hasbro Pulse, as we know. I got 2 of these through the door, and I already got some regrets. Wish I would have picked up 3. We'll get into that as we do this unboxing. And speaking of this unboxing, we're going to do it like we do all the other ones here on this channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's check out this box. Of course, we're familiar with the Classified Series packaging. This one a little bit different, about the size of a shoebox, which is kind of cool. But we do get the Trouble Bubble and Tele-Viper, a little vehicle, little vehicle, and a vehicle and a figure. Very cool, very reminiscent of the old Joe days as well. There was always something special about getting a vehicle with a figure. Man, oh man, I'm here for that all day long. And twice on Sunday. Yes, you heard it here first, but we got the old Trouble Bubble going on there. I'm not calling it the Cobra Flight Pod. It's the Trouble Bubble to me, and probably a lot of you guys as well. G.I. Joe logo. Man, look at that going on for days right there. We got the official name down here. Beautiful artwork going on. There's all the accessories. There's the Tele-Viper artwork. Some more Tele-Viper artwork on this side. We are number 79. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? On the side, you got the QR code as well. We got that artwork on the front. I forgot to mention, we got a couple other Trouble Bubbles floating in there. Looks like they're in the jungle. Looks like they're in Rakondo's palace or something. Who knows what's going on with them. Then you get the more glamorous shots there, kind of showing what we get. Some jibber-jabber at the bottom. No blurbs, nothing like that. Just the usual stuff on the back of the package. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's get it all out of the package here. What do we got going on? There's the old packaging. See you later. Goodbye. And then you get the big old locker here. Tele-Viper and Cobra Flight Pod, Trouble Bubble, number 79, Cobra insignia. We've seen these before as well. Great for if you want to, dropping stuff. If you want to display these, you can use these as kind of background things. I do like that they give us these. I think it is a nice touch. But I'm going to give it the old skyhook. There it is, skyhook. Oh, like a young Jabbar right into the garbage. How about that? How about that? And we get a little Spider-Man style as well. See you later. Goodbye. And we do get these little packs here. We're used to this by now as well. Get some of this. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. What do we got going on here? Huh? Nothing. See you later. Goodbye once again. All right. And then we get this. Oh, we got stuff. We got accessories. Oh, it's always great to accessorize. Bam. See you later. We got all kinds of stuff going on in here. Got a little cardboard, a little bit of tape. Let's cut that and see what's going on. Holy cow, we got a lot going on. See you later, goodbye once again. So we got all of our accessories over here. Have to imagine Tele-Viper in here. Yep, what do you know? There's the old Tele-Viper and the Trouble Bubble in the old cardboard prison. Nice background there. I'm here for that as well. Let's cut this guy out of here. Now, I'm all in on a Trouble Bubble. I don't know about you guys. It's a very quick and easy vehicle. Very cool. Anybody can really fly this thing. These are great to put the Crimson Twins in. You can put Cobra Commander in it. Destro, Baroness. It's kind of one of those vehicles that everybody used at one time or another. So I really do like that. It is an iconic vehicle. But I'm going to keep you guys in, or I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here. I don't want anybody to hear this. I never had a Trouble Bubble as a kid. I don't know why I never had one. I think the first Trouble Bubble I ever owned in my life was part of the 25th anniversary line with those vehicles. And I think it was maybe a Target exclusive 2-pack with 2 figures and 2 vehicles. I think that was the case. That was the first time I ever had a Trouble Bubble. See you later, goodbye. And I don't remember any of my friends in my childhood having a Trouble Bubble. So I don't know what that says about my childhood. I don't know what it says about my friends. I don't know what it says about life in general. but this is going to be my first go around with a Trouble Bubble, definitely in the classified series, but one in a heck of a long time. Like I said, the 25th anniversary does count. It's a lot of reuse from that. This is definitely a whole new ball game right here. And when I do think of the Trouble Bubble, I think the greatest scene ever in the Trouble Bubble was, of course, Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe animated series movie in that opening movie sequence. The greatest opening of all time. Snake Eyes getting the job done. And I'm not even the biggest Snake Eyes fan, but isn't that one of the coolest things ever? He just flipping around there like that. Oh, Snake Eyes getting it done. I think that is Snake Eyes' best move he ever did. I'm saying it right here. I'm saying it right here. So there you go. All right, let's do figure first, and then we'll do the vehicle second. How about? And I'm going to separate everything here. We're going to do figure first. We got the old Tele-Viper here. One of the more... I don't want to say he's like a Cobra officer. There's a bunch of Cobra officers. They all look the same. You could say the same thing about the Vipers, the Crimson Guards. But I always kind of felt like the Tele-Vipers a little bit step above. They like had a little bit more personality maybe. That was because maybe they weren't masked all the way. I don't know. I don't know if you know what I'm saying here. But I always loved the Tele-Vipers. I love when they had the thing go across as well. But you got some personality. You had a little bit more personality with the Tele-Vipers in the animated series, after all, than your Crimson Guards and your Cobra officers, at least to me. So definitely cool here. I don't really put Tele-Vipers and Trouble Bubbles together in my head all the time, but like I said earlier, it works because everybody was in a Trouble Bubble at one time or another, so this does work for me at the end of the day. But let's dive in here. We do get a backpack. We get all kinds of stuff. No extra hands or anything G.I. Joe classified style, but we do get a backpack here. Got a little antenna going on. It is all in black. Got some buttons on the back, like a little keyboard pad or something, and it is in purple, which I really do like the color of that. That looks good. But of course, G.I. Joe style backpack plugs right in there. Then you get the hose. You get the hose here. I don't know about you. Once again, I go back to my childhood playing days. You had guys like, what was it, Blowtorch, Airtight, what else was there? Like Toxic Shock Trooper, or maybe it was the Tele-Viper. I can't remember. But there was a lot of figures that had hoses that went from backpacks to weapons. I was never a big fan of that. I was never really a big fan. The hoses always kind of got in the way, or they would fall out on you, things like that. It was never really my thing, but maybe you're different than me, but I would probably, if I was a kid, I'd probably just put this somewhere else and I would just pretend. I'd pretend that hose is there is what I would do. But this hose, all black hose, got a little bit of movement to it. Of course, it does connect to the weapon here, so you can do all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it shoots out some toxic blasts or something like that. I'm not sure. It almost looks kind of like a big blowhorn, like a young Jimmy, Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart or something like that. It does have a spot for an effect piece in here, so you could stick one of those in if you needed to. So that's kind of cool. But it is a black, definitely a new weapon here, definitely something different, all in one color, but it does fit all together. You put it in the backpack, put it in his arm, bam, you're off to it with the old Tele-Viper here. Now we're going to dive into the Tele-Viper. We got 3 heads with this one. That's where I was saying I bought 2. I really should have got 3. I'll get another one eventually. I'll just play a little of that long game. Maybe there'll be a big sale around Christmas or something. I can get a deal on this. We'll see what ends up happening here. Well, you got the Tele-Viper looking very much like a pilot, and I guess he is a pilot in some ways here. But he's got the big helmet going on in the bluish color. You got kind of a black piece around the top of there. He does got the nice silver goggles there, definitely pilot goggles, and he's got kind of a mean mugging face. He's giving a little of that lip curl, like a young Elvis Presley or something. Definitely white skin, very pale white, very pasty white. This guy needs to get out in the sun just a little bit more here, but it is a Tele-Viper head, and I guess you could have put anybody in this helmet and on this body, and he really could be a Tele-Viper. And then we get the second head here, and I'm not a big fan of this, so I like that it's a different nationality. You got a black guy here, and you got a white guy here. Okay, I see what they're doing. Army builders, it's great. You know, you get all the colors of the rainbow. I get that going on there, but man, they should have gave different face sculpts here. You got the same kind of lip curl. Is that the Tele-Viper thing? Are they like Elvis? They like to curl that lip or something? I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. So you got kind of the same look on both these guys. So very strange there, but it is the same head, just different skin tone. So make that of what you will, but you got to have them. You got to have 3 of these, I do think. And then this one, we don't know what the skin tone is on this one. I think this guy is from Budapest. Yes, Budapest. That's where this guy is from, I'm going to say. But you can't see his face or anything. He's got the visor down. He means business. This is the guy that really means business here. So we do have this as a 3rd head. So probably my least favorite of the heads. I like a little skin tone showing on the other 2. But I'll definitely use this. I'll definitely get another one so I can use this. But now we dive into the Tele-Viper right here. pretty much standard kind of G.I. Joe classified figure, really, at the end of the day. We talked about the head, but the head's got good articulation, up, down, all around. Even got some neck movement in there as well, so plenty of articulation in the head. Arms go all the way around for you. You got the old bicep cut. You got the old double-jointed, pinless elbows, playing all the hits right here at the table. Hands back, forth, side to side. He's got a little bit of a forearm guard there. Kind of, he can do some mathematician stuff and some statistics, some Tele-Viper stuff if he needs to. Or he can put his hours in for the day. He might have to say, I worked 8 hours today, I'm going to put that in. Who knows what he's up to. You do get the jacket on here. I think we saw that with scrap iron, did we not, in a different color? I got the purple color. The purple really does pop on this one, so I do like that. A little bit of gray on the vest as well. You got that Cobra insignia on the side of the shoulder. Just in case anybody was wondering, this is a Cobra guy at the end of the day. You got the free-flowing belt there. It is not removable, but it does float around, of course. You get an ab crunch in there. Yep, we get a nice ab crunch there. Nice waist articulation as well. Big old splits if you need them. And then you got the old drop-down G.I. Joe hips we know and love by now. Thigh cut, looking good. Double-jointed pinless knees, very tight in the knee department here. Boot cut there, got the purple boots going on, and then the black at the bottom. And then no toe articulation, anything like that, but you do get the ankle articulation on the old Tele-Viper. So, paint by the numbers Trooper, paint by the numbers G.I. Joe. I'm here for this, though, because we know how important to the Cobra Army, especially, some of these Army builders are, and I'm here for this Tele-Viper. Maybe not my favorite of all time, but definitely need representation in my collection of this one, just like I did in my childhood as well. So I'm here for this, looking pretty good. Fits on a ringside collectible stand for those keeping track at home. Make sure you get the Mattel stands, not in stock currently at the moment, but they will be eventually. They will be. But now we get down to the old Trouble Bubble, and I would say probably the main event here, correct me if I'm wrong, is anybody more excited about the figure than the Trouble Bubble? You guys let me know here. But of course, this should all fit together, I would imagine here. We get the kind of jet packs on the back. You got a couple of Sky Strikers back here. You got 3. He must have took some of those down. Cobra insignia. It does say PE49L7A. Oh, that's my old locker combination, if I'm not mistaken. Danger, hot exhaust. You don't want any piece of this at the bottom. You get the Cobra insignia on both sides. I love that the stickers, and it's not even stickers, it's painted on here, but back in the day, we had to put stickers on these, and that's where I called my dad. I'd say, Dad, I'm going to go do and I'm going to play some stuff. You put this all together. You put the stickers on it. I was that kid. Dad, you put the stickers on. You do it better than I do. But so I don't have to do that anymore. If these still had stickers on them, I would bring my dad over to Dad. It's just like old times, put these stickers on for me. I would do that. I would. But you do get the exhaust things, kind of the flight things on the side, moving it back and forth. Definitely here for that. Looks good, fits on brand, and of course easily just plugs in on the back here. Now, no instructions with the Trouble Bubble, which is a little dangerous. I don't know. Hasbro must think we're all really smart these days. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. The verdict's still out, that's for sure. But that does fit right in there. Now, you do get missiles. What do we got going on here? Okay, we got the big blaster all in black right here. We know exactly where that goes. That goes on the front. Of course, you put it right here. Can I get it on? It looks like it won't pop in. You got to kind of side to side it in. So you got to kind of go side to side, wiggle it in there. There we go. And it'll stay, of course. So you do get that turret. Is it a gun turret? Is that what that is? But it does on a ball there. You can move it up, down, back, all around. So you do get some movement out of this. Of course, a very iconic front piece of the Trouble Bubble. If you need to take on the Joes, you're firing down below them. So I do like that. And then I see right here where I think these go. These 2 little pegs here. They peg right in the side. Are they upside down? Are they right side up? Now, there's a special way to do it. You'll be able to figure it out if you put them on there. But definitely lock in. Okay. Oh, I think I see what we're doing here. Yep. Plugs right there. And then you get the 2 missiles on the side. 2 black missiles. Looking really good. I'm here for missiles all day long. Well, this thing fell out on me. Hold on. You got to be smarter than the figure. Smarter than the toy. But man, oh man, did I just have a nostalgia trip right here. Love these missiles, but what I love even more is the indentation inside where these plug into. That is old school attention to detail in the Joe line. Love that because so many missiles back in the day, be it Joe or Cobra, had that kind of same, I don't know, pattern, we'll call it there. And they just, of course, do stick right on the side of the Trouble Bubble. You got to be smarter than the Trouble Bubble to put them in there, though. But there you go. Fits right there on the side. Man, I'm here for that all day long. That is a nostalgia trip, no doubt about it, as it falls out. That one side's not wanting to stay in for me for some reason. I'll need to play with it a little bit before I do the glamour shots, but that side stayed in pretty good. I don't know what's up with this side, but that is very nostalgic. If you remember the old Joe missiles from when you were a kid or back in the day, that's exactly what that is. That fits in there perfectly. Something about that, just that little hole shape just brings you back and brings the memories back. I'm definitely here for that. Final piece of this is, and I'm not sure where this goes. I remember seeing this on the old Trouble Bubble. It's almost like, I think it's like a bomb of some kind. I think that's what it is, and I always imagine this guy holding it in between his legs and just kind of dropping it out. He's flying through in his little Trouble Bubble, just like, whoop, dropping this out of the sky. So you get this big old missile, this big old bomb. You got a spot for an effect piece if you want to. I guess it can blast off if you need to. And you got a little trap door on it. I guess I saw that in the back of the package. I didn't know what it was until I just saw it in person here. But there's a little trap door on the back that shows some mechanics inside. I don't even know if there was really a need for the removability of that part there. But it is what it is, I guess. So, I don't know. But a very interesting one. Not exactly sure what this technically is called. I guess it's just a bomb to me. But you got some of those, I could just imagine as a kid putting these little red stickers all over the place. Oh, those were horrible. They get stuck on your finger and they were your finger was too big, even as a little kid. Just ridiculous times. We got kind of the spikes all over it. It does got the number 9 on it on the side. I believe this is something about Revolution number 9, I think could be. The Beatles' White Album, we know all about that one. Definitely an interesting missile, we'll call it. Bomb, whatever it is. I don't know, but we do get that one with here. Now let's break into this Trouble Bubble a little bit. Talked about the rudders on the back. You got a little bit of, not really rudders, but you got the black stand. I guess we'll call it a little kickstand here. And that's kind of where it stands. It'll, of course, sit on the ground very easily here. No problems with that. Looking really good. The back piece detaches and attaches, as we said. Of course, you got the clear flight pod on the top. That opens up just like old school G.I. Joe toys did. You got the canopy going there, looking really, really nice. Gotta watch the fingers. You don't want fingerprints all over that, but it definitely looks cool. And this does come down right here, so it opens up to the seat. And you got the cockpit right there. And of course, safety first. You got the 3-point harness vest there. Can't take too many chances if you're in one of these Trouble Bubbles. You don't want to be falling out of one of these things. So you got the red straps there, straps all in. You get the white kind of plastic throughout. Then you get some green and red coloring, a little computer screens, monitors, all that kind of stuff inside there. Definitely here for that. Makes it feel like you're in an airplane or a Trouble Bubble at the end of the day. The black seat looks good. And of course, the hinge on here. This is kind of the steering thing. So you can turn this side to side. It's almost like a steering wheel, but you can turn side to side. It's got that brake on it, just like your old Huffy bicycle used to have. You got kind of the readout there. You can kind of see, oh, there's a Sky Striker. You can put it in the readout. Of course, you got the little binocular type things on the front as well. It does have a little stickers throughout, and I guess not stickers painted on, but it does say 15E3MO, whatever that ends up meaning. Just a lot of that stuff going on. It does say fuse, caution, electric, pull and twist to release. I always loved the sticker that said not a step. You'd put that on like the aircraft carrier. It's not a step. I mean, boy, you're really getting down into getting very granular, as they do say there. So definitely cool. There's no doubt about it here. I like what I see. I have no issues with this Trouble Bubble. I like these small little vehicles. Big vehicles, let's be honest, they take up a lot of real estate in your house. They take a lot of real estate up at Walmart, Target, the store shelves. So they're not always as practical as we want them to be. But there is some iconic small G.I. Joe vehicles that we know all about. And the Trouble Bubble is definitely one of those. There's no doubt about it. And it's fun to get one of these in the classified scale, in the classified line. I think it just definitely does work here. And it's definitely an iconic vehicle. There's no doubt about it. I showed that Snake Eyes clip. We know all about it in that one there. But how cool does that look? That looks pretty cool. And like I said, you can put the Baroness in here, Destro, Cobra Commander. You can use whoever you want in these Trouble Bubbles. Does not have to be a Tele-Viper unless you really want it to be. But I do got a little stand here. This is a Mezco G.I. Joe stand. Now there's Hasbro stands. There's millions of different stands you could possibly use. But I figured, hey, I got this G.I. Joe stand. I'm going to use the G.I. Joe stand. So I'm going to try to put him on here. Obviously, it'll take some moving around, things like that. But you should be able to use a flight stand for this guy somewhere. You know, the Hasbro ones are very good flight stands. They have a nice thick neck on them that would really hold this guy up if you need him to. This one might be a little bit too light. So this flight stand not going to work so well for it. But you could definitely get some heavier dutier flight stands, and you could put these up. These would be very cool on your shelf. Have these in the air. Have your guys stacked down below. I think that would be a good look, and it would save some room. We always have some gaps in the shelf. Have him up there. Have your guys down low. That's definitely a possibility if you really wanted to, I think. But yeah, I don't know if he's going to fit on this flight stand. I don't think it's in the cards. Don't think it's in the cards on this one. He's just too heavy for this Mezco flight stand. So at least I tried. I tried at the end of the day. But definitely cool. Definitely a cool set. Definitely an iconic set. One of those figures, one of those vehicles that really stood the test of time. We knew them. They were in all eras of G.I. Joe. Definitely an all-timer here. And I just love it's a smaller vehicle at a reasonable, we'll call it a reasonable price point here. And like I said, I did pick up mine from Hasbro Pulse, so make note of that as well. But what say you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? What are you thinking about the Trouble Bubble? Did you have an OG Trouble Bubble? Were you one of the lucky ones back in the day? Or were you like me, had to get the 25th anniversary one? Are you picking this one up? You passing? You playing a little of that long game? Let me know on that as well in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bells. We're unboxing everything and anything G.I. Joe here on the channel, and would love to have you aboard. So make sure you do subscribe and check out the Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, all going on over there, the old Patreon channel. Your best way to support this channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to follow along on social media. Search Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So, for the Trouble Bubble, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.